Okay, welcome to another edition of Fantasy Dream Homes, and today we are headed to Bar Harbor, Maine, and we're going to stop right there. So there's your state of Maine. That's your Canadian border up there in the bright yellow, and we're going to go in a little closer here. So Bar Harbor is located on the Mount Desert Island, and the area was first settled approximately 5,000 years ago by the Wabanaki peoples and their ancestors. And they actually found evidence of this. The Wabanaki seasonally fished. They hunted and gathered berries, clams, and other shellfish in the area. This I'm getting from Wikipedia, by the way. They spoke of Bar Harbor as the, and I'm going to put the words up here. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing it, but as the Manus Idic, the clam gathering place, or the Abbes Ak, the clam bake place. And they left great piles of shells as evidence of this abundance. So eventually the Europeans came and the Americans came, and many influential people called Bar Harbor home for at least part of the year. John D. Rockefeller Jr., the son of John D. Rockefeller of Standard Oil Company, donated about 1/3 of the land in Acadia National Park and built the carriage roads that are used for hiking and biking today. J.P. Morgan owned a house that is adjacent to Bar Harbor. Cornelius Vanderbilt built cottages in Bar Harbor. The Astor family owned hotels and cottages in Bar Harbor and the surrounding areas. William Howard Taft, a former president, was known to enjoy games of golf in Bar Harbor. And the co-founder and CEO of Burt's Bees, Roxanne Quimby, has a home near Bar Harbor. And Martha Stewart has also been known to frequent Mount Desert Island. So Bar Harbor is also home to one of the top 100 liberal arts colleges, and that would be the College of the Atlantic. And there is a significant pool of wealthy seasonal residents who have helped establish a strong base of nonprofit organizations and ongoing philanthropy. The area is home to some 130 plus nonprofit organizations and foundations. Climate in Bar Harbor is typified by large seasonal temperature differences with warm to hot and often humid summers and cold, sometimes severely cold winters. Recreational activities abound in Bar Harbor. The downtown is particularly alive in the summer and autumn months because Bar Harbor is home to many outdoor enthusiasts. Acadia National Park is a couple of miles from the downtown area. Outdoor activities in Acadia include hiking along trails or carriage roads, biking along the carriage roads, bird watching, and mountain climbing, with Cadillac Mountain being the highest point on the Atlantic seaboard. Those interested in the marine life surrounding Mount Desert Island can go to the marina at the end of Main Street and sign up for tours that feature puffins, whales, seals, seabirds, and lighthouses for a general nature cruise. Cruise ships arrive in the harbor from May through October, most often in September, with 154 ships and more than 220,000 passengers who docked in 2018. Now, my connection with Bar Harbor, why did I pick it among all the Maine communities? Well, because I've been to Bar Harbor a couple of times, and that was with the ferry, the Blue Nose. It was a Canadian passenger motor vehicle ferry operated by Canadian National Railways and later CN Marine from 1955 to 1982. She sailed between Bar Harbor, Maine and Yarmouth, Nova Scotia, and the vessel was named after the famed Grand Banks fishing and racing schooner Blue Nose. She had the capacity to carry up to 615 passengers. The crew numbered about 96. She could also carry up to 150 automobiles and 18 trucks. The Blue Nose had a blue hull and white superstructure. Her funnel was emblazoned with several different designs, initially with red, white, and blue stripes. At one point, red with a white CN designating the Canadian National Railway logo. She was sold and resold, and she spent her later years in an advanced stage of decay in Tampa, Florida, where she was eventually towed from Tampa to Tuxpan, Mexico for scrapping in the year 2000. And the wheel, compass, telegraph, and bell from the bridge of the Blue Nose were donated to the Yarmouth County Museum. So we back out here just to show you, those of you who don't know where Yarmouth is. Let me just, so I'll back out even more. This is Nova Scotia. It's a province of Canada. If you've never been there, it is astonishingly beautiful. It is absolutely crazy beautiful. Lots and lots. When I did ride the Blue Nose Ferry, it's about 100 miles across. I think, if I remember correctly, it's about a 6-hour ferry ride. And I rode that ferry a couple of times. And one thing I do remember is you would see so many bicyclists going from Bar Harbor over to Yarmouth. And the reason is Nova Scotia is astonishingly beautiful, and it's a biker's paradise. And I would describe a lot of these, and you basically, you can bicycle all over here, and it's all along the coast. And the scenery is spectacular, but I would also describe those bicycling that on that highway as formidable and extremely challenging, because there's a lot of big mountains you have to bike up. So you better be in really good bicycling shape before you try to tackle Nova Scotia. But totally worth it. And I'm going to do a Fantasy Dream Homes on Nova Scotia here shortly. I think I've still got 6 or 7 American states left to do. I'm trying to cover all the states, and just like I'll try to cover all the Canadian provinces. So, tourism site for Bar Harbor is visitbarharbor.com. So check that out. And our real estate site is our old friend Zillow. We're going to get started right away. And our first home here is going for $1.29 million. It's 8 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, almost 4,000 square feet. It's sitting on 4.42 acres of land, and it was built in the year 2001. So let's check out this Fantasy Dream Home. Okay, our next home is going for almost $1.4 million. It's 7 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, over 5,000 square feet, sitting on a little over half an acre of land, built in 1880. Let's check out this fantasy dream home. Okay, just want to see if you notice something there. We're going to go back here and look. Something very subtle, and it has to do with the paintings hanging on the wall, the pictures hanging on the wall. Now, do you see anything unusual about this right here? And I'm not going to tell you. We're going to keep moving. Let's go. There's another one. There's another one. Let's keep going. There. There. And this has to do with an old style, and we're just going to stop right there. You notice how these are hanging by a wire? And this wire goes around the perimeter of the room, and it does it in all those rooms. Look at that. This wire seems to be running around the edge of this wall. And I think that was an old style of hanging pictures. You didn't go into your lath and plaster or whatever. You hung it from wires from above. So if anybody knows a little bit more about that, leave it in the comments. I'd be interested to hear, if you know a little bit more about That right there. See the wire right there. So let me know. Our next fantasy dream home is going for almost $3 million. 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, almost 2,500 square feet, almost 3/4 of an acre of land that it sits on, built in 1895. Let's check out this next fantasy dream home. So I'd like to take a minute and just show you something I think you would really be interested in. If you like the YouTube channel Fantasy Dream Homes, I think you're really going to like the Pinterest page of ours, Fantasy Dream Homes, by the same name. You can find it here, right up here. Here's the address, the URL address, pinterest.com/Fantasy Dream Homes. And if you scroll down here and we go to our boards page, you will see boards that if you like looking at luxury homes, you're going to love this Pinterest page. We have everything from magnificent master bedrooms to ultimate master bathrooms, luxury dressing rooms, kitchen ideas for luxury homes, butler's pantry, cozy nooks and alcoves, reading rooms, grand entryways, fantastic fireplaces. We also look at luxury appliances, and we look at plumbing fixtures, and we look at lighting, and we look at staircases, swimming pools, and flooring, furniture, anything you would see in a luxury home. This is the place to go. And if you want, like, say for example, you click into architectural styles of homes. Okay, You actually can see all the different, we've separated all the major categories of homes: log cabins, contemporary style, craftsman, Queen Anne, Greek Revival, Tudor, Victorian. So there's something for almost everybody who's interested in home architecture or luxury homes. So we invite you to please visit our Pinterest page, and we'd like you to follow us on Pinterest. And we hope to see you on our Pinterest page. Thanks a lot. Our next fantasy dream home is going for almost $4.9 million. It's 6 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms. It's 5,500 square feet, sitting on almost 4.58, sitting on exactly 4.58 acres of land, built in 1879. Just going to highlight this for you here. I thought this was interesting. It says the superior architectural pedigree of Redwood, and that it has only 3 owners, is perhaps unrivaled in the state of Maine. Built in 1879, Redwood was designed by the renowned architect William Ralph Emerson and heralded as the first and finest of his major shingle cottage designs. So let's take a virtual tour of this next fantasy dream home. Okay, so this next fantasy dream home is going for 5.75 million. 19 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms, 15,000 square feet, sitting on 9 acres of land, built in 1907. Let's check out this next fantasy dream home. Okay, our last fantasy dream home is going for $8.4 million, 7 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, almost 8,200 square feet. It's sitting on almost 3 3/4 acres of land, built in 1995. Let's check it out. Okay, so that wraps up another edition of Fantasy Dream Homes. We hope you enjoyed yourself. Please leave comments telling us what homes you liked, which homes you didn't like, what you liked about them, what you didn't like. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. And we'd love for you to become a permanent member of our community. So subscribe, and don't forget, when you do subscribe, click the little bell icon. That way you will be notified every time we come out with a new video. Otherwise, stay safe during this pandemic, folks. I'm feeling bad for you. I'm in quarantine just like you are. So stay safe. Keep smiling, everybody. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.